Have you ever stopped to think about how wealthy people manage to maintain and grow their wealth over time? Many assume that being rich means having the freedom to spend without limits, buying whatever they want whenever they desire. However, this idea is far from reality. Even with millions, financially successful individuals share one important habit. They avoid spending on unnecessary things. In fact, most wealthy people use their money thoughtfully and strategically. Despite having abundant resources, it's common to see wealthy individuals looking for ways to save, living modestly, and focusing their spending on what truly matters rather than indulging in frivolous purchases. They manage their finances wisely, even though they could easily afford to spend extravagantly. The notion that immense wealth leads to endless spending is simply a myth. In this video, we will discuss 7 things rich people avoid spending money on, habits that help them preserve and grow their fortune. Pay close attention, as I'm sure this video will change your life, and all you need to do is watch until the end and start implementing these strategies today. Number 1, paying off debt. The first expense that the wealthy avoid at all costs is paying off debt, especially those that come with interest and additional charges. This doesn't mean that all debt is bad. In fact, many use credit wisely to build wealth, a concept known as productive debt. This strategy involves using debt to acquire assets that appreciate over time, such as real estate, stocks, or even businesses. However, the key difference lies in how they manage these debts. Wealthy people understand that borrowing money to invest involves significant risks, and without a clear strategy, the results can be disastrous. While some can effectively handle large amounts of debt, others may struggle with student loans or mortgages that exceed their financial capacity. The wealthy distinguish themselves by using debt in a controlled manner. They avoid accumulating credit card debt or consumer loans that do not bring financial returns. Instead, they use loans smartly, knowing exactly when and how to repay them, and ensuring that the investment returns exceed the interest rates. The rich understand that without solid planning, debt can erode savings and jeopardize financial independence. They avoid piling up multiple credit cards, car loans, or mortgaging luxury properties unless the investment returns safely outweigh the interest to be paid. Without this caution, debt can quickly become a difficult trap to escape. A classic example is student loan debt. In the United States, for instance, the average college graduate owes around $26,900, according to the Department of Education. Paying off this amount can take up to 20 years, 5 times longer than the duration of college itself. Over that long period, interest accumulates, making the total repayment much higher than the initial loan. Moreover, the burden of these debts can delay important life plans, such as buying property or building a solid financial reserve. This is why the wealthy avoid debt whenever possible. If they need to take on debt, they ensure they have a solid plan to repay it, often paying off early to reduce the amount spent on interest. A famous quote by Warren Buffett, the renowned investor, illustrates this approach well. If you're smart, you can make a lot of money without borrowing. The message behind this quote is clear. True wealth is built with intelligence, planning, and, most importantly, by avoiding the burdens that come with debt. Number 2, expensive formal education. When analyzing the success stories of many millionaires and billionaires, we find that formal education often played a minor role in their financial rise. While education is important and essential for personal and professional development, it's necessary to understand that, for many wealthy people, it wasn't the main factor in their success. Interestingly, nearly 1/3 of today's billionaires are college dropouts, as their ambitions extended far beyond earning a diploma. This doesn't mean that formal education has no value, but it's crucial to recognize its limitations, and more importantly, know when it's worth investing in. Universities typically prepare students for academic excellence rewarding them for good grades and outstanding performance. However, this preparation often leads them into conventional jobs, which typically involve a fixed salary, not the creation of opportunities that provide financial freedom and wealth generation. When recent graduates enter the job market, many realize that the expensive degree they obtained does not offer the financial security they had hoped for. On the other hand, many millionaires focus on developing practical skills such as investing wisely or entrepreneurship. These competencies, which are rarely taught in traditional universities, are the true differentiators. The business environment requires creativity, vision, and a deep understanding of financial markets. Many billionaires develop these skills outside the classroom, through practical experiences or by learning from mentors who showed them the ropes. While many graduates spend nearly 2 decades repaying their student loans, wealthy individuals often achieve financial success within that same period. This happens because they focus on building assets and passive income, rather than simply following a stable career path. Even when it comes to their children's education, the wealthy often avoid investing in expensive private schools or elite universities unless there's a clear return on that investment. For them, practical experience and exposure to different realities are just as valuable, if not more so, than a degree. The value of education lies in its application. Over time, developing practical skills like leadership, problem solving, and especially the ability to adapt in a constantly changing world has become the real currency in the world of business and investment. Technical knowledge can be useful, but the ability to turn it into opportunities is what truly generates wealth. Number 3, designer brands. The third expense that most wealthy people avoid is designer brands and flashy fashion items. The idea that wealth is tied to the consumption of luxury goods is widely spread by popular culture, but in reality, the richest people tend to be extremely practical when it comes to their consumer choices. While everyone needs clothes and some enjoy dressing well, spending a significant portion of their earnings on expensive designer brands every month is actually something many rich people avoid. This is primarily because these brands often don't offer good value for money and are associated with fleeting trends. Wealthy individuals aren't impressed by passing fashion trends or branded sneakers that will quickly wear out. The example of Steve Jobs, Apple's founder, is particularly notable. He essentially wore the same style of clothing for years: jeans, a black sweater, and comfortable sneakers. Despite his simple look, he ran one of the world's largest tech companies, and most importantly, his success was never tied to what he wore. Rich people understand that the value of clothing lies in its utility and durability, not in its price. Designer items often cost more because of the brand rather than the actual quality. And the wealthy prefer to spend on items that truly have lasting value. A good example is billionaire Bill Gates, known for wearing an affordable and functional Casio watch instead of a luxury timepiece. Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York and one of the richest men in the world, wore the same pair of shoes for a decade, valuing durability and comfort over fashion. For these individuals, the idea of needing to flaunt wealth through clothing and accessories simply doesn't make sense. They prefer to focus their resources on investments that generate returns, like stocks, real estate, or even new business opportunities. For them, material possessions are secondary to the experiences and freedom that money can provide. After all, why spend money on new clothes every month when a smart purchase can last for years? Additionally, there is a mindset involved. When rich people avoid spending on superficial items, they reinforce the importance of a conscious approach to money. It's not about being stingy, but about prioritizing what really matters, building a financially stable future and the freedom of choice that comes with it. Number 4, expensive and luxurious real estate. Another surprising fact is that, despite the image of extravagance often associated with the wealthy, many avoid purchasing multiple expensive and luxurious properties. While some celebrities showcase mansions on social media, millionaires who built their wealth through hard work are usually very cautious when it comes to acquiring real estate. Buying luxurious properties for show or status rarely forms part of the financial strategy of those who are already wealthy. This is because buying expensive properties in exclusive neighborhoods can actually slow down wealth accumulation. Owning high-priced properties generates ongoing expenses, not only high purchase prices but also maintenance costs, taxes, and potential renovations. These costs can significantly reduce an investor's cash flow, meaning fewer resources available for new investments or increasing their emergency savings. For this reason, many wealthy individuals prefer to invest in real estate that provides financial returns, whether through rental income or long-term appreciation. Interestingly, a significant number of millionaires live in homes valued at around $300,000, not in million-dollar properties. The idea behind this choice is simple: avoiding spending on assets that don't generate income. When buying properties in high-end neighborhoods, homeowners often feel pressured to maintain an expensive lifestyle that includes not only the house, but also cars, clubs, and even socializing costs. In the long run, this can hinder the accumulation of wealth. Wealthy people are strategic when investing in real estate. They don't buy properties based on whims or immediate desires, but rather consider the potential return on investment. Over time, they prefer to invest in properties that can generate passive income, such as apartment buildings or commercial real estate, which not only appreciate, but also create a steady cash flow. Unlike middle-class families, who often burden themselves with long-term loans to acquire luxurious properties, millionaires understand that buying an overpriced house is a poor investment in the long term. They prioritize building wealth in a solid way, ensuring that every cent is invested to maximize long-term returns. Number 5. TV and video games. Spending among the expenses that the wealthy avoid is excessive time and money spent on TV and video games. Experts note that millionaires rarely spend more than an hour a day watching TV, while the average person watches between 5 and 7 hours daily. This is a significant statistic because it shows that, for the wealthy, time is a precious asset. They understand that using time efficiently is crucial to maximizing productivity and achieving financial success. Additionally, it's rare to find expensive TV packages in millionaires' homes because they prefer to invest their time in more productive activities, such as reading inspiring books, developing new businesses, or engaging in activities that directly contribute to their physical and mental well-being. Studies show a strong correlation between family income and time spent watching television. Families with lower wealth tend to consume more TV, while those with higher incomes dedicate less time to TV and report greater life satisfaction. Excessive TV and video game consumption not only wastes energy and money, but also robs people of opportunities for personal growth and financial development. Wealthy individuals understand that watching hours of TV or playing video games doesn't bring them closer to their goals. They know that the time they could spend in front of the TV could be better utilized learning new skills, expanding their networks, or working on their personal and professional goals. This mindset of maximizing productive use of time is what often separates the wealthy from others. Moreover, TV often promotes a culture of consumption, with commercials encouraging the purchase of unnecessary products. By limiting the time spent watching TV, the wealthy avoid this temptation and stay focused on their long-term goals. By avoiding these expenses, they can allocate more resources to meaningful projects, such as new investment opportunities or businesses. Number 6. Luxury cars and first-class flights. You might think that all wealthy people drive luxury cars and always fly first class. However, this image of opulence doesn't apply to many millionaires. The truth is that many wealthy people choose to drive more affordable or even older cars, and often travel in economy class despite being able to afford more luxurious flights. This is because they value the money and prefer to invest in assets that generate returns rather than spend on items that depreciate quickly, like cars or first-class tickets. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, for example, drives a modest Acura TSX, valued at around $30,000. When asked, he explained that his car is safe, comfortable, and not flashy. This simple reasoning reflects the financial prudence of the wealthy. They prefer to spend their money on assets that grow over time, rather than consumer goods that quickly lose value. Additionally, luxury cars usually come with high maintenance costs and social pressure to maintain a high-level lifestyle. Often, people feel the need to buy expensive cars to fit into a certain social standard, but the wealthy know that this kind of behavior doesn't make financial sense. Cars are assets that depreciate quickly, and any investment in something that loses value so fast is considered a bad decision by those who understand finance. Similarly, when they travel, many wealthy people opt to fly economy class even though they can afford first class. They know that the comfort difference doesn't justify the extra cost, especially on shorter flights. Furthermore, this choice reflects their mindset of valuing every dollar and not spending on things that don't add real value in the long run. For them, simplicity and modesty are marks of financial discipline. Number 7. Fast food. A common expense that many wealthy people avoid is frequent consumption of fast food. While most people tend to eat out several times a week, the rich prefer healthier and more economical meals. It's easy to imagine a millionaire walking into a restaurant and buying lunch for everyone, or even closing the place just for themselves. However, in reality, many use discount coupons to save on meals and don't hesitate to complain if they feel overcharged. Additionally, many wealthy people prefer cooking at home as it's a healthier and more economical option than dining out. Adopting a healthier diet not only benefits physical health, but is also more financially prudent. Regular fast food consumption can negatively impact both the wallet and health, and the wealthy understand that avoiding this expense is essential to maintaining long-term well-being. Another important point is that many wealthy individuals prioritize physical well-being and understand that diet has a direct impact on productivity and longevity. A nutrient-poor diet can result in lower energy levels, health problems, and consequently less time and disposition to dedicate to their businesses and projects. This is why they invest in quality food and avoid spending on quick, cheap meals that offer no long-term benefits. This attitude toward food reflects the approach the wealthy have toward many areas of their lives, always seeking the best return on each investment, whether financial or related to health and well-being. Thank you for staying with us until the end. I hope this video has enriched your knowledge about finances and successful habits. As we've seen, wealth isn't simply about making money, but about managing it intelligently. The rich avoid unnecessary spending, prioritize investments, and always think long-term. If you're looking to improve your financial life and achieve the freedom you desire, comment below, "I stayed until the end." That way, I'll know you're part of the group of people who will become rich in record time. And of course, I'll respond to your comment. And now on your screen, you'll see an amazing video I've prepared just for you. I'm sure it will add a lot of value to your life, so click on it and watch it right now. Do it for yourself and your future. See you soon.